Welcome back, guys, to Azgrin Plays some Battlefield 1. Recently, I've had some friends starting to get into some Battlefield 1, and now that I'm starting to learn a good bit on it in this new to Master series, I thought I'd bring up some tips and tricks to try to help out some people while I have some gameplay footage going on in the background. Now, this was the first time I played Medic, so I have a weak gun and trying to just figure out what to do. But besides the point, different things you should try to learn about the game. One, the first thing is cover. Always have a spot where you can try to hide behind to shoot, or duck behind, or recover into behind. Because you never know. I often play 64 man. There's also 40. And we'll get into a little bit differences in that in a second. But there's so many people here and so many people doing so much. There's a lot of grenades. This game's known for some grenade spam, unfortunately. But there's so many people doing things here that you have to have cover. You have to be behind a wall. You have to be able to duck in and out of corridors. So with that, it comes learning your map. Now, learning your map just takes time, but you'll eventually get it. But you want to know where, like, them spots where people often show up, the tight corridors. Where is a good place to launch some grenades? And you can see right here a nice little revive train. I was pretty happy about that. I just basically bring a whole squad back. Anyways, cover is the way to go. That's the reason there was so much trench war fighting in World War One. Now, how do you win? How do you get a lot of points? This game highly rewards playing the objective. You get 500 points for the finish cap. Plus, the longer you're on it while capping, the more points you get there too. So you can get like 12 to 1,400 points while being on the objective and capping it. Play the objective. If you need to get on the point, it's highlighted. There is a gray square on the mini map around each point. Well, it shows you where you can be captured. As of right now, you can see above it, I'm on A, and there's a ratio of blue to red, which is the enemies to good guys, or the guys on your team, on the objective point. When you have more people, when you got a greater ratio, you'll start capturing, or vice versa if the enemy does. If you on the point and you see capturing and there's no bar up there, that means there is actually no enemy on there. Going back to what I brought up earlier, there is 64-man and 40-man operations. I really love operations. A few things to note. One, 40-man takes more coordination between the whole team, while 64-man, you focus more on squad play, and each leader can set the objective for each body to go, and you get extra points for following that objective and helping achieve that capture point, whether you're defending or capturing. Now, when you capture a sector from the attacking player, or if you're defending, so there's 30 tickets. Capturing a whole sector, you get 30 tickets back. And in 64-man, if you kill a defender after a sector is captured, it'll highlight all the defenders, and if you kill one before they make a successful retreat, you get 3 tickets back. And in 40-man, you get 2 tickets back. If you successfully retreat as a defender, you'll get an extra 100 points and not give the enemy team that objective. Now, you can see around on the field, and in the bunkers, there are heavy machine guns. While they look very appetizing and you can get a few kills, I like to jump on them right at the beginning of the game sometimes. Remember, they're also a target point for tanks and grenades to come back at you. So there's a risk-reward thing there. And often I jump on, maybe get a kill, and then jump right back off, because you don't want to stay there, especially with the amount of snipers. Getting into snipers have a few things that you need to note. One is scope glint. No matter who you're playing, what class you're playing, you can catch a sniper's scope glint if they have a scope that has over 4 times magnification. So what's that mean? When you glancing around, you'll see this like flare of like the sun, and you know that's a sniper. Immediately take cover, because that means they're somewhere in the direction. They might have a beat on you, they might not, but they are close enough for you to see the scope glint. So that means they're in your general area. With the snipers, there's also sweet spots. Each guns have its own sweet spots, where you have the SMLE Mark III, which has a very close 40 to 70, or the Guinevere 98, which has like a 100 to 150 yard sweet spot. These sweet spots allows you to hit someone in the chest and immediately kill them. You don't have to get the headshot. Now, a headshot is immediate death with any sniper rifle at any range. When doing this, often the snipers are up. You want to go around them and try to flank. And also, when you have two opposing forces, they go back and forth in each other, it's nice to flank. Now, flankers can get a lot of points, a lot of kills. You get up behind somebody, do a lot of melee attacks, and you'll get in there. But keep in mind, there is an area of combat. You can go out of the area of combat, and if so, you'll get you'll desert and then immediately kill you. So you want to stay in the combat, but you also want to get around on your opponent's side. If you have a pretty good aim or shot, it'll be really helpful for you. Now, keeping that in mind is often assault players can go there. Assault players have really good guns. They have the shotgun, which is basically close range, one shot kill. They have the Hell Regal, which you can blow people up with with like a LMG, basically, of the assault class. They have a lot of different close quarter options, so they're really good to flank. And you need to note who you're facing is often. So if you mark them, if you scout them out, it'll give you a little symbol, and it'll show you exactly what class they are, and you'll have an idea about where their class's weapons excel and where they don't excel going into it. So if you're assault and you come up on a sniper, you got a pretty good chance. If you're the sniper in that area, see if you can get behind a cover and get away, because the assault guy is going to own you. Now, you see on the blip right now that there's the behemoth, the map. And now, if you are really pushing the attackers and they're not getting a lot, they will get a behemoth. Now, if they one map you, you'll get a behemoth on the second map as a defender. Or, if they get really far as a defender, they won't get it on their second push. It's all dependent on. But there's 3 types of behemoths. You got the airship, as you see. There's also the armored train and the dreadnought. The dreadnought's a big ship on the outskirts, and you need to really focus on with bomber planes and boats to take them out. And the armored train, pretty much any assault player is equipped to hurt them a lot. With their 2 anti-tank grenades and 3 AT rockets, assault players can really do a number really quick on them. They're on the ground, and the armored train is essentially on rails. So it makes it pretty easy to do. Now, when we get back to the airship, which is my favorite to fight, I often go for the anti-aircraft artillery truck to shoot down and do some damage. So, it's a good thing. So going back to the other classes, we have talked about the scout class, and we talked about the assault guns. There is, as you've seen earlier, with me as the medic, getting a revive train. You want to really prioritize the medics and killing them, because if you kill 4 or 5 people around the medic but leave them up, the medic can just bring them right back up, and it's essentially you did nothing to push the objective to get the win as you was planning on doing. They have a medium to long range with their weapons, and they're more like the semi-automatic sniper class instead of just all bolts action. And let's not forget about support class. Support class, what really makes them bury it is their ability to have a lot of different equipment throwing down the ammo packs, but also having grenade crossbows and mortars helping take out trenches and lobbing high explosives from a long distance. You see right here we got pushed back, but the airship's already down, so I'm moving in to try to help with my armored truck. Taking out planes, taking out stuff. Try to use your vehicles for the most of your advantage. You want to keep any of your vehicles. They have a respawn timer, so you want to try to keep them up as long as you can. Play it right. Same thing as if you was playing as a person. You want to get where you can have some cover, where you can back up and repair your guys, and keep that armor alive as long as possible. Also, it helps you get a lot of kills. You see right here that there was a heavy tank that I've been trying to damage. I am way outclassed with that, so I had to play really well not to get hurt and stay away from people, which I failed to do. And that's okay. It takes a lot of time, and you don't expect to keep it up forever because people like me want a gun for it. I personally love to get in an assault class and jump it on and blow it up a tank, whether it have 1 or 5 people into it. So once you test out the assault, the scout, the support, and scout class, try to find your playstyle. Now, new players are often easily find it's easier to be a sniper because you're not right up in the action. But in Battlefield, you don't really need to worry about your kill to death ratio unless you're playing team deathmatch. It's all about the objective and getting that objective and holding it down and keeping your team going, marching forward, or stopping the other team. It's all about the objective play instead of the kill to death ratio. I die repeatedly all the time and still get consistently on top of the leaderboard because I'm playing the objective. I am helping my team out to stay alive and keeping them winning by holding the objectives. Whether I'm defending or capturing the objectives, I try to always be on the objective point. If I'm playing scout, I'm nearby objective point. 1, it's going to give me the options for kills, and 2, it is going to also give me the most points. If you stay way back, you're not going to. But don't worry about the deaths. On to another thing is melee. Everybody can melee. If you come from a back, no matter what weapon you're using, it's 1 shot, 1 kill. You come up, you hit your melee button, and you can immediately kill somebody. Now, when you're talking about the sides or the front, the weapons have a different range of what they can kill. Also, they can break wood and barbed wire, and in certain circumstances, you're going to need to use that. Right off, stat-wise, all around, once you get the hatchet, which is from the level 2 scout class, the hatchet is your all-around best melee weapon, in my opinion, to make it easy. Going on with the best weapons to try to give a good starting point for people, the M1911 is a really good handgun for all-around fast fire accuracy. When you go to the assault classes guns, if you're in a real heavy trench warfare, shotgun's the way to go. 1 shot, 1 kill. You aim, you kill someone, and go on. If you're running around a lot and you have a little bit off accuracy, then the Hell Vehicle, which is the level 10 gun, so it takes a little while to go, is a good way to balance that, because you have a 60 round clip unless you overheat it, which often you don't need to because you killed somebody way before then. And you see a nice vehicle destruction with my light anti-tank. When you destroy a tank, you automatically kill everybody in them. Same way with planes or anything else. Vehicles you destroy, you get everybody else. You see I can kind of get out of position a lot with my revives, trying to figure it out. This, like I said, was my first time playing Medic. So I died a lot. I got out of position a lot. I forgot about going cover, but I still try to figure it out. But learn them avenues of attack and learn the back routes, which is often where I travel anymore instead of the main routes, because I don't want to face 4 or 5 enemies at once if I can avoid it. Like there, I took the back route, but I run into him. So now I know there's a lot of people there. Maybe next time I'm approaching, I'll throw a grenade instead of just running up there with my gun. Let's see. Anything else? Once you hold back the defender, they get 3 pushes, 3 battalions. Once you hold them back 3 times, you get a win. If you are able as a defender to hold them on the first map, which is definitely possible, and we do it here, you get a multiplier and your points rack up. Now, going back into this is me with the anti-aircraft. I get a sector behind where the objectives are. It doesn't help my team a lot in capturing the objectives, unfortunately. But what it does is give me some time to work on this behemoth with this anti-aircraft truck. And while you can't see it so well, as it's coming up, they have 4 main points on the bottom you want to get to. They have the front turret, they have a back turret, which are your priorities, because that's where all their guns is for their gunners. So you try to take them out, and then you also kill anybody when they're destroyed, and you destroy the turrets without. After you get done with the turrets, you can start working on the engines to limit the pilot to getting to you, to keep them from getting on you and dropping their bombs and instantly killing you. Now you see right there, I did get the kill in the behemoth, and it ended up killing all the ones in there. Now I'm taking my anti-aircraft truck and going on a melee hunt, because we still need to hold objectives, and this is the vehicle I have, which is totally fine. Be useful, find out what you're good at, what you're not. There's a lot of different varieties of tanks. If you're getting really wrecked hard and you need pushing power, heavy tank's the way to go. If your team's doing alright and you want to do some solo work and have some fun with it, light tanks, good way to push and kill some infantry. Obviously, the artillery truck has a couple variants. One with a big cannon on it, which can do major damage to a tank. And you have the anti-aircraft one, which is the one I often choose, because I find it does well with the aircraft like it's designed for, and taking out infantry, and it's kind of where you want to be at. That's really all the tips and tricks I have for you guys. I hope this helps. If you have any other ones for anybody else, please leave them in the comments below. I'm sure there's things that I missed that might be basic knowledge that you need to survive and help out. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If it helps you, give it a thumbs up. I'd really like some feedback. If you like what we do here, please subscribe and check out more videos. I make